Morning, good morning. Started here. Good morning, good morning. Hey guys, let me give y'all a fair warning. Still getting used to Nightbot. Um, Nightbot's not going to take too many emojis or whatever you call those things. Not emojis, but the little signs. That's not me. That's Nightbot itself. And don't do all caps. Nightbot will get you. I'm still working on that. We'll get started in just a moment. Appreciate y'all coming in this early in the morning. This is a regular work day for me. It's good to be blessed. Welcome in, welcome in. Mike Chaotic God, how you doing, bro? Go ahead and open up with a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, God above, we just come together to first and always foremost say thank you. Lord, we ask to bless this day, bless this gathering of nice and wonderful people. We hope that you will allow the growth to commence, not only on my channel, but on other people's channels. Uh, my main reason is to have fun. Other people's reasons is to grow and become something more than what they were before. Father God, we know that you're awesome, and it's beyond our power to comprehend all the things that you do for all of us. We ask that you would bless us this day, bless each and every speaker, bless each and every moment in this day that people can transpire and get what they wanted to say across to each and every one of us. Thank you, praise you, we adore you. Try to get this thing going here. And we're gonna start off with the intro. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing this morning? I just want to say thank you for coming to my channel. You didn't have to, and you didn't need to, but you decided that you wanted to get up this bright and early, this crazy morning, this hyperthon, uh, to come and say hello. Welcome in, welcome in. I just want to tell you, who am I? And why did I start my YouTube channel? Well, uh, I originally started this channel because things in my life were finally actually going right for one. And what do you say? What do you say when you say that? Well, I um had just got out of a miserable marriage about 25 years. Um, Horrible dating after that. Um, just miserable. And literally before everything's actually started to go right, I was in a horrific truck accident. As you can see, I'm sitting in an 18 wheeler. I almost died in one of these daggone things. I was actually in the back, asleep. I was training another driver. It was his turn to drive, and he ran into a back. He actually clipped the back of another truck, and I lost everything. I was literally on the side of the road with nothing but uh, tidy whities, crying and screaming. It was an experience to behold. Trust me. Um, but it's funny how God works when uh, when He needs to do something with you in your life. Sometimes He will break you down to the bare minimum and build you back up. I didn't know it at the time, but He was working on me because I remember, you know, after everything had went down and I was screaming and crying on the side of the road. Yeah, I was crying. Um, all I asked was, God, I just want to live. Not just live like inhale, breathe, or yada yada. I've never done nothing. All I've done is struggle, struggle, struggle for all my daggone life. I just want to live. And it's funny, right after that, I met my future wife. And it's been an experience ever since. And it's been an adventure. That's why if you look on my page, I put married trucker learning to live, love, laugh, and enjoy life. And then I also added an uneducated lawn nut. That was an experience. Why did I start my channel? I just wanted I wanted to record the adventures that I would and was on, and I couldn't believe it. It's been one heck of it. It's been one heck of an adventure. I just want to say, hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Uh, I don't know how y'all like my intro. I did a different one, but someone was making fun of me, and so it said I'm just using that to, you know, expand and add time to it. He said it was 5 minutes, but I look back, it was only 2 minutes. You know, but it is what it is. I was trying to show y'all some of the adventures that I had been on. Why? I'm gonna start with that. Where did I get my name from? Oh, better yet, I don't know if any of you guys see my videos. You always see that I have a bandana on my head. I am an ex bike rider, motorcycle rider, but when I moved down to Georgia, I realized something was I was getting sick all the time, and I was wondering what the heck, why was I getting sick? Um, Turns out, I guess I was losing the heat from the top of my head, and a receding hairline too. But I noticed that if I wear bandanas, I don't get sick. And not like sick, like coughing sick. My sinuses go freaking haywire, and I was like, oh my goodness. Hey, everybody, Norma Banks, that's my wife. She actually got up to see my video. Hi, honey. Okay, but back to my story. Why? I'm gonna explain my name. Why can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising? Well, we can't stop walking. This is my wife, and she'll say it. I'm kind of exaggerating, but Hey, it is what it is. Uh, our first date, we met uh, at Stone Mountain, climbing the mountain. It was funny as heck. She she remembers, but I was pushing about 300 plus at the time, and I literally, I had lost everything. Even the day before that, blew the engine in my pickup truck, and we was walking the mountain, and I think I was the one talking the whole time, and she had said very few words, but she was smiling, and I was literally out of breath. I was freaking dying. Oh, I was freaking dying. And at the end of our date, our walking date, at the end of our walking date, we uh we were walking out, and she was parked outside the gate, and I was parked inside the gate. And I remember I borrowed my father's uh work truck, and this literally was the Sanford and Son mobile. When you started it up and you put it in drive, it shook. So I mean, it was freaking hilarious. And I said I gave her a ride, and I was so embarrassed, but I was like, well, you know, it is what it is. And we, I she, I gave her a ride to her car, right? And she literally didn't say nothing. And her car was a convertible BMW, and it was sitting there freaking hilarious because later on, everybody's asking me how was the date. I said, you know, she was. He said, and they was like, what kind of car she drive? I said, I don't know, it's like a BMW something. And they were getting all excited, but I was like thinking, well, this lady's a nice lady. Maybe we could, have dinner sometime. Well, that grew into what I now say to y'all was she became my future wife. But long story short, we were on an adventure to Las Vegas, and we we got well we if people don't know, Las Vegas from one end of the strip to the other is 5 miles. So if and we were at the I don't know what the name of the hotel was, but it was the big giant pyramid. Well, we were there, and she said, well, let's walk. Okay. So we walked from one end, if you add it up, one end of the one end of the strip to the other was 5 miles. So at the end of the day, walking back, that's another 5 miles. So how many miles is that? That's 10. So walking in and out of all the casinos, listen, we're going to add another 3 to 5 miles to that. So for each day, between 13 and 2 days in a row, 13 to 15 miles a day. And I remember when we had got back, I mean, my feet were thumping. We were so wore out. We had won a not one, but we had bought one day we had bought tickets to see Blue Man Group. If you guys ever been to Vegas, just Google Blue Man's Group. It's big rock brand. They wearing blue and everything. And they these guys, they tricked us and set us up. We were literally third row center. We both fell out through the whole thing. Rock bands, drums and screaming and whatever. and I'm knocked out, spit coming out my mouth and whatnot. I mean, it was hilarious. We woke up, we was laughing, talking about it each night. Once we got back to the room, we were knocked out. And to make another long story short, when we got back to Atlanta, I remember asking my girlfriend at the time, who was my wife now, hey, can I get some ibuprofen? She said, how many? I said, give me four, 4 pills. That's so ibuprofen, that's 800 milligrams. And she got upset with me. She's like, what's the matter with you? Uh, uh, are you addicted or something? I said, no. I said, shoot. We walked in 2 days. We walked two mini marathons. My back was about to fall out. And we got to a big argument. And I said, wait a minute, this Jeffo trying to kill me. I said, I like her and everything, but if this is the if this is the if this is what I'm getting myself into, I better I better start exercising. And at the time I'm a good 320, 340. Man, I was like a 44 and getting my parents were getting I was busting out them. So that's where I got the can't stop walking. I put on the can't stop walking because if I don't, if I stop walking, I'm gonna fall the heck out. I gotta get some practice. So that's where that name came from. But I really enjoy it now, and I realize that it's one of my wife's love languages. What do you mean by that? When I come home, I keep on forgetting I need to start walking again. And you in there, honey? We I'll start walking with you. You're like, she's gonna make sure she remind me. It's one of her love languages to go walking with her, and I appreciate that. And I just want to make sure that I let y'all know that was the start of this long name, Can't Stop Walking. Okay. Uh, why? How did I get into this with you guys? Okay. Miss T with the T. Actually, no, actually, let me go back a little bit. I was found by Big Son's lawn care. Big Son's, he found me, subscribed to my channel, and I was like, oh wow, this is a, this is an African American subscribed to my channel. I didn't realize, guys, for the years that I was on YouTube, because I'm actually a black geek. Um, Most of the channels that I was subscribing to was, stuff about um, Japan, South Korea, K-pop and anime. I was on a certain YouTube algorithm, which there was no African Americans, no Latinos. No, don't get me wrong. Like, my Caucasians, love y'all, but there was none of them, and it just didn't dawn on me. You know, I was on the wrong algorithm. But once Big Sons had came over and subscribed to me, and I started seeing all these lawnmower channels, uh, I got on the right algorithm. And that's when I was found by Miss T with the T. And I remember she said, hey, are you a content creator? I was so freaking embarrassed because I have how you say it, four subscribers. One was me, one was my wife, one was my son, and the last one was my best friend. And I used to be sending, hey, watch my channel, watch my channel. And Miss T came in there. Hey, are you a content creator? Yeah, I'm a content creator. I'm I do YouTube, and I was like, oh my god. And slowly it started growing. I started, getting into it. But but then you ask, can't stop walking, but love mowing. Well, the the destruction that was wrought by the destruction that was wrought by me was uh oh guys, I forgot to say it. If you want Nightbot to drop your link, just hashtag can't stop. Just don't put the little apostrophe up at the top. Just put just can't hashtag can't stop, and Nightbot will drop your link. But I'll tell you about about me and doing the the lawn care. Well, fast forward, I'm married now. My wife says she wants a home. Okay, she bought a home and everything, and we got about 7,000. I think it's like 7,000 square feet of land. Uh, at that point in time, I didn't realize somebody got to cut this mess, and we had one push mower. Okay, that one push mower, I'm pushing like yeah, I'm pushing 300. I'm pushing this daggone mower. Every time I'm home, I'm pushing. Because we didn't realize that we are part of an association. You got to keep your outside of your house up to par. And, when you're not used to that, it becomes a pain in the behind. It becomes, you know, something that's bothersome to you. Well, the difference is, guys, I made that for me, I made it fun. I said, well, when they started hitting me, I said, y'all ain't gonna get me. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna figure this out. But it was wearing me out pushing that push more. Well, one day before I came home, my wife, I'm on the road. My wife tells me, "Hey, I bought you a driving lawnmower." It was a used driving lawnmower. She paid $400 for it at a you know a yard sale. Well, I was having a ball because you got to understand something, guys. I was in a bad marriage. I didn't have nothing. Everything I owned, I was a people pleaser. I did everything to make someone else happy. I didn't know what made me happy. And I was driving that lawnmower around my house in a big old circle, just having a ball. Just having a ball. I was just driving, I was just driving. Y'all see how much I love? Let me see if you'll see my picture, my shirt. That's what I got for Christmas. I came, I mowed, I kicked grass. I, I was driving around like a little kid, just enjoying itself. And one day the daggone belt broke. Instead of me trying to figure it out and fix it myself, and we didn't have a way to get that mower to a dealer to get repaired. We got taken. We found some guy on Yelp. He said that he'll come pick it up and fix it, then bring it back, and we'll pay him. We paid him half down. He came, got the mower, and he never came back. He actually took both of them. I said, "Well, tune the other one up too." He never came back. He said, "Look, why did you let this happen?" Well, called getting suckered, you know. And I think I had his address, but I had to make a decision because I was gonna get ghetto. And I said, you know what? When I go from 0 to 100. somebody gonna get hurt. I'm gonna wind up in jail for a lawnmower. So I learned, and that was the day that something inside me here said, you know what? I ain't never gonna let that happen again. I'm gonna figure this mess out. Um, fast forward, the missus bought me a brand new riding lawnmower. That was my Husqvarna, and I was ecstatic. And I went out and bought a I bought a little trailer to pull behind it. So, and see my backyard. If you look at some of my videos, my backyard it's not graded correctly, so it's like four wheeling back there. I had more fun riding in my backyard with this lawnmower. But and you're saying, well, it's just cutting lawn. Well, when you struggled all your life and never realized what was fun to you, cutting grass, beautifying the lawn, and trying to figure out how to beautify the lawn was making me happy. And when I realized that, I started doing it more. When I realized that it was calming down those demons that swell up in a person, not y'all, because everybody else, all y'all are perfect on YouTube. But when it calms down that demon, what are you gonna do? You do stuff that calms the savage beast. So guess what I did? I got I got down there and started enjoying taking care of my lawn. And I start from there. We had got that mower, and then I went out and bought a push mower, and then I bought. I don't know if y'all go back to my old videos. I bought Big Red. We bought this lawnmower from some country some country bunking folks. Had to struggle to get that daggone thing on the on the trailer, but we got it on there, got it home. I started tinkering with it, and it turns out I had a bad carburetor. It the oil needed to be changed a couple of times. I replaced it. I replaced all the stuff that needed it, got it going. It later seized up, but paid about 100 and some change for it, and I just had a ball cutting the lawn. The thing was it was a freaking tank, and I really enjoyed doing what I do because of that. Um, that's the thing about guys with us and our channels. I see a lot of you guys, y'all really enjoy it. That's where you need to get that um, gumption from. And I see a lot you're struggling when you're talking and you're doing that. You got to do something that you really enjoy. And I got out there. You know how us men are. We think we know everything. I got out there. My front lawn, I sent you pictures, was tore up from the floor up. And I just figured, well, you know what? I'm just gonna buy me a load of sod. I didn't buy a whole bunch. I said, well, I'll start with this and it'll grow out. I went to Super Sod, and anybody know Super Sod, that's some expensive stuff. I went to Super Sod and I didn't prep the lawn or nothing. I just chucked it out there over the crabgrass. I just chucked it out over the crabgrass, laid it down, and then expected it to grow. Oh my God. I expected it to grow. And what happened was I went back on the road. I came home. My whole lawn it was it was yellow. It was yellow. I said, oh, shit. I said, oh man. And then after that, you know, I bought a whole bunch of grass seed. Turns out I bought fescue, uh, turf type tall fescue grass seed, and I didn't I didn't read the instructions. See, guys, if you no one know anything about grass, when you put grass seed down, you can only put certain types of grass seed, like turf type tall fescue. You can only put that down certain times of the year. Like turf type tall fescue is around September, late August, September, where I live, and springtime. I think I put it down in the middle of summer, and I just put through the grass seed on top. Didn't put no top dressing on it or nothing. And I'm like, okay. I come back the next month. Why didn't my grass grow? I, I was like, I came back. I said, why did my grass grow? Okay. Then after that, okay, I started looking at some YouTube videos, and it said, okay, you're supposed to prep you know, prep the grass. So I'm checking out all these videos, and you're supposed to put like a layer of topsoil on it, rake it in, and water it. Well, I bought next time I bought a big I think like a 10 pound or 20 pound bag of annual ryegrass. I'm thinking it's regular ryegrass, perennial. Um, I got it to grow. I remember doing a YouTube video about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I got. Look at this lawn, it's green and everything." Now, granted, I still didn't do my homework because I live in Georgia. Up in the South, I got northern grass growing in my lawn, but I got the wrong type of northern grass. I got it's annual ryegrass. So I'm looking, and we got cameras at the front of the house. I'm just tickle pink. You know, I didn't have two cameras. I got one, so I could see part of the green from the front door. And my my grass was growing. So I come back once again, guys. I come back a month later, and my grass is gone. It's a big old dirt patch. Turns out annual ryegrass only grows for a certain amount of weeks. So I, I had no grass again. I'm like, oh man, this getting to be a pain in the behind. Okay. I'm like, yo, this sucks. um, then I figured out I could do uh it's called Kentucky bluegrass. I'm thinking, okay, Kentucky ain't that far from Georgia. I could do this. I can do this, right? So I dropped some Kentucky bluegrass and some perennial rye. I'll get that baby going really nice. It was growing. I got good lawn. The videos you see that I'm cutting the grass with, that's Kentucky bluegrass. Okay, that's Kentucky blue and perennial rye mixed in. Then the heat comes. It killed it. It killed off all my grass. So what am I saying? Yeah, I wasted a lot of money, but I learned a whole lot because of that. This year, I've dropped some Bermuda, which is the right grass for my area. I'm just a little cautious because where we live, we're surrounded by a whole bunch of trees. When I say a whole bunch, I'm talking a whole bunch of trees. I'm in the middle of a forest, but I've been working on it. Now, the other thing is, I started buying other lawnmowers because I said, I like this one, I like that one. Instead of, like normal men, they start buying big behind race cars and, you know, big motorcycles and all that stuff. Well, I kind of figured, well, I can't afford none of that stuff, but maybe I could afford lawnmowers. So I I started buying lawnmowers. Um, I got myself hooked up to this place called Weeks Farm Machinery. What they do is like turf different types of lawnmowers that are run by golf courses, right? So in that aspect, the golf course, I went down, I'm on the I'm on the website, and I never was in an actual auction before. See, guys, you gonna know something. I'm a little slow up here. I didn't read the fine print on the paperwork. I was losing out on every auction I had entered in because I was getting outbidded. And I didn't read. This was my first auction. I didn't read on the auction. It was a stand up. I didn't read one. I didn't read how big the daggone lawnmower was. I think this was a 60-inch. It was a 60-inch lawnmower, which is totally outrageous for my lawn. And it had been on fire. But it didn't dawn on me. So I'm hitting that bid button like, nah, mother effer. You ain't gonna outbid me. I'm getting this lawnmower. I'm getting this lawnmower. And when I finally won, I started looking at the pictures and I'm going, wait a minute, that's a big behind lawnmower. Then the other part of it was, wait a minute, this thing been on fire. And I'm going, oh man. And you bid on, you can't say no. Uh the other one that I bid on, actually, I got it actually working, which was a 220 E cut hybrid John Deere, real more. I paid about what two, I think about 250 for it, and it's worth about 2 to 3 grand now that I have it working. But the other one, I went down there and got it. It literally was in the boonies, out in the middle of freaking nowhere. Oh my god, my wife, she's just having a ball in the chat. Have fun there. I got down there with it was in the boonies. Just made me nervous because it was, I'm, I'm going way down in Trump country. Uh, but I went there, went down there, got it, came back. Turns out, just for the engine alone was about 3 grand, $3,000, and you can see I got a video on that, me taking it to the junkyard and getting rid of it. But I've found much peace and much joy in cutting lawns, and I kind of figured, because like everybody in here that are content creators, we are trying to grow and get paid by YouTube. I understand that. Trust and believe I understand it. But like anything else, I want to have quite a few plans in together. What do you mean by that? Right now, even though it sounds like I have went buck wild and bought all this stuff just for the heck of it, no, this is my plan B. What do you mean by that? I got enough equipment. Well, I got more than enough equipment to start a lawn care business. So I figured if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something I really enjoy, and that's what I've done. I have everything, anything and everything. Um, I have a loving and caring wife that she could sell dirt and make a profit. So I'm a worker. I'm a worker bee. Um, I can get out there. You know, I eventually want to do that. Um, guys, you see me in this truck. I almost died on these guys, these big boys. Swoops like me. I got to look back at your videos, but this is a dangerous profession. Um, when I get off here in a few minutes, um, I got to ride. As you guys can see, it's in the dark. Um, this is a very dangerous profession. I want to thank you guys for letting me be a part of this group of talented people. If you see me on your channel and you see my smiley face, um, that means I've watched it to the end. Not really, because I shouldn't be. You can hear that. I don't be watching y'all when I'm driving. I be listening to y'all. Okay. But if I come by, I'm very loyal. You showed interest in my channel. I'm gonna show interest in yours. You're going when you guys. I I'm learning something. I'm trying to get my wife. Hey, my wife. Hey, Mike's chaotic gardening. You need to get my wife. All you homesteaders. I need to tell Miss Banks she need to follow your channel and teach her how to grow stuff. No, we we want to learn. I want to learn how to grow stuff. I got two peach trees and an avocado tree. We trying to learn too. Um, y'all, you don't realize how you help people like me that are alone 99% of the time. And yes, I want y'all to join my channel, but I'm going to join your channel. Why? Because it gives me something to do. When y'all be cutting up, even a nice peaceful one. There's one lady on here. She just be making jewelry and stuff like that. You know, I always this is always a good luck charm to have a bracelet or whatever. I've been doing this. I'm going on right now. I'm over 1,000,000 miles driving, and but I like peaceful channels. You know, the channels that have the music, the folks that are talking about each and everything. Some of y'all don't talk about nothing. You're just I'm out walking, and then you just remind me, hey, I need to get out there and walk too. Or Wanda's budget. She just be I'm walking and talking, and you don't realize that positive attitude. Someone is looking at you. Someone is saying, you know what? That person can be positive. Guess what? I can be positive too. And it's a nice and wonderful thing to feel. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all that that is like that. Especially, hey, oh Lord, the big hitters in the house. Miss T with the T. Y'all, y'all are wonderful people, and I appreciate you. We we're we are growing, and I've grown because of that, and it's unbelievable. And turns out, guys, this has been a healing journey for me. What do you mean by that, Darren? That's my name, Darren. um, I finally went back to the same salvage place. And I said, I'm staying. I'm driving all the way down there. I shouldn't have bought this stuff. I shouldn't have bought this stuff. I'm gonna get taken again. Why did I do this? So what's the matter with me? And and I brought the stuff back. I'm scared to death, and I'm just figuring it. I'm tinkering with it. I'm moving and I'm tinkering with it, and I figured out on that. If you guys look at one of my last videos, it's a core area. The thing weighs a ton. Um, I didn't pay a lot for it. I was happy about that, but the the, the gas tank had rust in it. The fuel lines was clogged up. Uh, I had to replace the spark plug, and guess what? I actually got the thing going, and it fired up and it started working, and I was so happy, and it reminded me of something. And I said it on one of my shorts. If you guys want to look back at it, uh, I said on one of my shorts, it said I was talking about my father, and my father was a mechanic, and I was renting. No, no, I should have learned something, and I regretted it for many years. Should have learned some. Should have learned something from him. And right now, I could say, "Hey, Dad, look at me now. I'm actually fixing. It ain't a car engine, but it's an engine." And I'm holding back the tears right now because I was so, so freaking happy. I'm so happy that I could get something running, and that big boy is almost ready to go. That big boy is almost ready to go. Now we've talked about two things: can't stop walking, but love mowing. Now let's get to the cruising. How did I start on the cruising journey? Well, that's my wife. She likes to cruise. And I remember, she was actually the third wheel in other people's cruising. You know, she said, "Well, I went with this husband and wife, and I was in her, this group or that group or that group." And she took me on the first cruise, and she was literally, guys, she was mad as heck that I didn't seem enthused on this first cruise. And it's so funny. We talk about this all the time. I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was in such awe, and we was on this real old boat. Guys, I'm bougie now. We was on this old boat, but I would leave the room and say, "I'll be right back." And I'm walking around, and I'm like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" and, and I was looking at the majesty, which is God above. What do I mean by that? When I almost died, I said, "Lord, I want to live. I've done nothing." Well, guess what? He said, "Okay, I was waiting for you to say that. I got someone just right for you." Because I remember every time we would Say, she would ask me, what do you want to do? I said, well, I've never been here. I've never been there. Next thing you know, I'm here typing on a keyboard. Okay, well, we're going. I said, I remember I said I've never been to Vegas. I hit keyboard. Oh, well, we're going to Vegas. I said, you know what? I'm from New York, but I've never seen uh, New York City. I hear typing. Okay, well, we're going. I says, I've never been to Mardi Gras. She says, I'm here typing. Okay, we're going. Same thing with cruising. Says I've never been on a cruise before. Guys, you don't realize y'all think it's hard to be on a cruise. You need to look at Armstrong did a live a few days back. He started showing how cheap it is for videos. Um, how cheap it is to be to get on a cruise. All you have to do is put most of the time, a lot of times they run in deals, you put $50. No, not 50. Probably yeah, 100 per person, something like that. Some of these deals are less than Armstrong was talking about some crazy deals. Okay. Um, you just put a certain amount of money down. It's not even we're bougie right now, but I think we're gonna be going toward that level because right now I'm gold and my wife she's about to be either platinum or yes, she's gonna be platinum. But you just put it's between 150, 200 down, and then you pay on it just like layaway. All these cruises you see we're going, we've had we've had them set aside for years. The cruise that I'm going on right now in March on the Mardi Gras is 3 years. Been what 3 years in the making? You can do it. You just gotta want to do it. Don't make excuses. You can do it, and it is fun. Uh, it's kind of hard for me now because all this weight I've lost. Because I would get on there, I get on that cruise and just eat and eat and eat and eat, and then get sick and sick. Bring it all, go run to the bathroom in the room, bring it all up, and guess what? Like, you would think, no, I'm not gonna eat no more because I then went crazy. Nope, I go back and eat and eat and eat and eat. Well, because of the pandemic, I stopped and lost weight, and now I'm like I'm heartbroken because I get on that boat. And I was like, okay, I'm full. I'm not gonna eat no more. I'm like, and I'm sitting there crying, going, oh, this sucks. I should be on my third breakfast by now. Because I remember I had it down to a science, guys. By the time my wife woke up, she's like, "You ready for breakfast?" Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm smiling and giggling. I was her. I had already had three breakfasts, four lunches, two dinners, and midnight snacks. I got my fill. I got my fill. Oh, excuse me. So that's why, but is a little bit more to the cruising, but it is fun. Uh, you can get an inside room if you get nervous about yeah, our first cruise was an inside room. And she warned me, she said, once you go to the balcony, you ain't gonna go back. And we went to the balcony. I used to just sit out there and look at that ocean. Be like, wow, this. I can't believe I can't. I'd be like looking this way. You can see the pictures that I take. I'm looking that way. Wow, it's awe inspiring, but it's scary too. Cause like, what if I fall over this daggone thing? But it is awe inspiring and humbling, and it's amazing what God can do for you when you can't do for yourself. Steps in and lets you know, look, it's all right. You've been waiting and waiting, and I just I'm gonna put the right person in your life to humble you, to put you in check, and make sure that you have fun. You know, and again, I've learned it's time to stop buying all these lawnmowers. And why you say that? Because I'm out of room. I ain't got no more room in the garage. Time to start walking again. Why? Why you say that? Because it's getting warm again. I need to lose some more weight. Well, it's time to start cruising again. Why you say that? It is time to start cruising again. Because once you get on that boat, you be like, that last day when you know, dang, I gotta go back to the real world. I gotta go back to people not smiling at me and, and being so wonderful and polite. This sucks. Ain't nothing like it, bro. Y'all be talking about meetups. We should do a cruise together. Of all bunch of YouTubers. I actually, if y'all look on one of my videos, it's one of the videos on the celebration where it's the sail away party. I actually ran into. I don't think he realized it at the time, but I knew his face. I actually ran into Warm Strong Adventures. He was actually filming right next to where my wife was dancing. So you can see it because I put it in the type thing. Guess who this is? Warm Strong Adventures. I thought that was real cool, real nice, down to earth brother. We need, and if you're in here, Warm Strong, we need to do a clap. I think that'd be really cool. What you in? Oh, my wife just said water is the best part. It's very calming and peaceful. Yeah, just like sitting down there and watching my lawn grow. But she's right. It is. It is. The area is wonderful. It's peaceful and blissful. Well, guys, let's see here. Let me look at what the time is. We're getting close. Oh my God. My gift to gab. My gift to gab is not that bad. In the last few minutes, just want to say thank you to all of the heavy hitters that have helped make me feel welcome. Miss T with the T, uh, motivational weightlifting geek, Urban Garden Chronicles. Urban Garden Chronicles. She the one. She's really nice out of Canada. She's like, what's your name? I I know this. I see this. Can't stop walking, but she's Jamaican. I love her when she get mad. That Jamaican come out. She go, yeah, nah. What's your name? Um, and Big Rooster. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you for welcoming me into this group of people. The blessings have been unbelievable. And just know, guys, if I watch your channel, you have some. If you see them three smiling faces, you got something that piques my interest, and I start reaching around, especially if it comes on my page or whatever. I'll click it. That means that, hey, I'm showing the support, and I just want to thank you for joining and showing me support. Uh, I hope that you will continue to watch each and every person today as long as you can, because it is 24 hours. We're doing a 24-hour thing. Thank you for allowing me time on your calendar. I appreciate you. Um, it's been an experience. I'm counting down because I'm about to start. Brother got to go to work. I'm gonna start doing my pre-trip in just a few minutes. What do you mean pre-trip? Got to check this truck over. I got pulled over yesterday. Wasn't fun, but I want to say thank you. God bless. Uh, it's been an experience. I broke my record. I didn't even see. I had up to 22 people. Oh, I feel like a superstar. Superstar. And oh, yep, Miss T said April showers is next. Good night and God bless.